8%. It's being driven by rising energy bills and food prices in a worsening cost of living crisis. According
homosexuality is illegal in Qatar. This month, the Qatari World Cup ambassador described homosexuality.
Special delivery.
Assistència de Xavi, més capradeta per Messi, Messi, immens Messi, encara Messi, encara Messi.
Finally!
You are now listening to Pree Da Podcast with your host, Majaro.
What is up, my tribal people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And you guys already know what I'm going to say. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're almost at 100 subscribers. And by sharing this with your friends and family, that goes a long way in helping us do that. We are back. And this is a very special video.
Finally!
The boots have arrived to Waterlooville. Jeez. Yo, some of you people who follow the Instagram, make sure you follow the Pree Da Podcast Instagram, will know that I'm a footballer. Well, I played basketball, now I play football. I started at football, then basketball for uni. Now I'm playing football now. And we have to just take it back. Growing up, being a tall person and with big ass feet, it was super hard for me to find comfortable, durable, and stylish football boots. Finding those three things was impossible because they were either too small for me and I was squeezing myself into them, which, fellas, that doesn't always work. They were just cheap ones. If they were, my size, they were cheap ones, so they would literally disintegrate within a couple of months. The other problem was just finding stuff that looked good for me. Like Nike were like the top tier back in the day. They still kind of are. So every time I find a Nike boot, I would always be like, oh, let me just try them. Size 12. Literally the cap back in the day. This was before Pro Direct, Unisport, or all these sports stores online. Before those days, it was either Sports Direct or the Nike store. Literally, or back in the day, I think it was called JBB or JBC. Joe, what was JJB? Yes, JJB back in the day. RIP, JJB.
Emotional damage.
But yeah, those are the only place you could get any sorts of football boots, and they never had in my size. So that kind of put me off playing football on a competitive level. Yeah, I could play in the school playground with my mates. Wearing indoor football boots on a concrete floor was not the one. But that's what I had to do, wearing indoor football boots that I just so happened to find in my size on an AstroTurf, slipping and sliding like it's nobody's business. That really put a sour on my whole footballing experience. That's one of the main reasons I switched over to playing basketball, because I knew basketball players, they're massive. So of course they're going to have size 14, 13 basketball boots. That's just a standard. And that's one of the reasons I switched to playing basketball. However, after my time playing basketball in organised sports at university and college, playing it recreationally after those periods of my life was basically impossible, because when you're playing an indoor sport, you're fighting to get court time with other indoor sports like badminton, indoor hockey, indoor football, loads of different types of indoor sports, just even activities that you can do inside, like, I don't know, gymnastics. You're fighting to get space for them, so it's a lot harder to get even 10 people to play basketball together on a consistent basis. Whereas with football, it's like, I'm living in England for, most of my life, and that is the sport. You guys know the World Cup's going on, so, it's football mania at the moment. But fast forward to now, as I've made a decision to get back into football. Did some training over the past year. I got a notification saying it's been a year since you joined the Meetup app, which is the app that I use to play football with people in different areas. Shout out to the Meetup team, and shout out to Zahad for putting me on. I always got to give credit to Zahad, man. If Zahad, if it wasn't for you, and shout out to Matt, Tim, and the whole Reading crew. If it wasn't for you guys, I probably wouldn't be where I am today in terms of my footballing ability. Because of them, I decided to play football again, and I was like, I can't be out here wearing Adidas free runs on the football pitch. I can't be out here wearing deadbeat Sandico AstroTurfs. So I decided to, put some time in and put some money into getting better and also getting the adequate football boots. So obviously, being the person I am, I like to do meticulous research on the football boots. And back in the day, there was only two brands really, Nike and Adidas. Adidas was a no-go. Adidas only go up to size 12, and I'm size 14. I'm sorry, I'm just size 14. I'm heavy. I'm a big, Adidas was already a no-go. Nike, it was super hard to find anything at the time that was a size 14. I think everything size 14, which is usually the Tiempos that go up to size 14, and Nike don't even sell them. They usually go to Pro Direct or Unisport in those sizes. So at that time, when I was searching, size 14 for those boots were already sold out. So I was like, fuck, am I going to have to wear some, as the zone Cristiano Ronaldo's? Like, that's what I did. I wore some, knockoff Ronaldo's for a couple of games, and 2 months down the line, they were just gone. Zahad was able to hook me up with some Decathlon's own ones, but they were just uncomfortable as hell. So I had blisters. I wasn't playing right. It was just so uncomfortable. I was like, no. I was getting flashbacks of back in the day where I was struggling to get football boots. So I was like, what other brands are they? And then it hit me. Puma are a decent brand now. A lot of, top tier footballers wear Puma. I know Aguero wore Puma. I know Griezmann wore Puma. A lot of different footballers wore Puma. So I was like, okay, let me give them a try. And at this time, they had released the new Puma Future Z's, Future 1.4, something like that. And I tell you, this was at the time I started the podcast, and it just looked so beautiful. It was like God sent me these shoes. I was like, orange and black. The colorway just fitted well with the brand, and I was like, these are the boots for me. Let me see what size they have. They have size 13. Fuck it, I'll try it. When they came, unfortunately, they were size 13 in kids. Like, I did a whole live to unveil them and everything, and then when I opened them up, it was size 13. Joe knows about them. Size 13 kids boots, right? So I was just like, damn, let me go back on the store and order the adult size, because the difference was like 20 quid. So I was like, why am I going to pay an extra 20 quid for, the same boot? Let me just spend a bit less and get the same boot. But I know why there was a 20 quid difference, which is crazy. So the correct size actually shipped to me. I wore them, and they fit like a glove. They fit so well, and I started bowling them, and lo and behold, they were perfect. They were comfortable. They were nice. I was like, yes, these are the ones for me. Was balling in them, doing things that I could only dream of doing in the other, knockoffs. So I was just beating them week in, week out, training with them, going to the park and just kicking about, doing some drills, doing some cone work, doing some ladders, doing some just overall shots. I was like, yo, I'm going to be rinsing these out. And unfortunately, because I was wearing them so often, within, 4 months, literally before the warranty wore out, I got a massive cut on them on the back heel counter, and I was like, I paid a lot of money for these. I paid like almost 200 quid for these. These aren't, I'm not going to just take them just breaking up on me like this. So I said to them, hey guys, you know, I really love these shoes. Could you please give me a refund and I can get some new ones? And obviously when the refund came, I looked on the market and they didn't have them. And I was like, oh, I gotta wait how long for the new release or the new colorway? I was like, nah, I need to get a new pair. I'll even, you know, to stop me from wearing like knockoff ones, I'll even buy some Astro Sandico ones for like 20 quid that were in my size that I could know were at least durable. Like they could at least last 2-3 weeks or something, or at least 2-3 months if I had at a push. That was not the main option. But at least I could wear them for a period of time without feeling uncomfortable. So that's what I did. I waited. No release. I was like, okay, cool. Let me see what else is on the market. So this is when I went to Nike again. I was like, okay, let me see what Nike's saying. I know the Tiempos are the ones that are going to be in my size. So I saw them, and then there were these. I was like, at that point, I was just obsessed with the color orange. So I was like, yo, it needs to be orange or something like that. So I found the Tiempo Legend 9s in like this whitish orange. And I was like, yo, these are the one. Order them, bing bang boom, get a notification saying we've received your order from ProDirect. Thank you for shopping with us. And you're going to get an email within 48 hours of when it's going to be dispatched. 48 hours go, nothing's happened. I'm looking at a website. Nothing's changed. It still says order pending. 48 hours later, I get a message saying, unfortunately, something's wrong with our stocks, and we'll be getting them replenished in the coming weeks on the 18th. This was like January, like July time. I don't know when. Like it's been so long. July time, end of July. I think it's 21st of July. That's when I ordered them, and then 2 days later I get that message. I'm like, okay, cool. They're gonna be here in another, I don't know, it's like another 2 weeks time. Let me wait. It is what it is. I've already got like I'm already rocking the Sandico default FIFA character boots. So, what's another 2 weeks gonna go? 2 weeks happened. Nothing happened. Another 2 weeks go. I get an email saying it's been delayed again, for another 2 weeks. 2 weeks go, and then nothing happens. And then another 2 weeks go, and get another email pushing it back. And at this point, I'm like, yo, it's been a whole month, and I paid for these back in July, and it's October right now. When are these getting here? I said, this is unacceptable, yada, yada, yada. So I was like, okay, let me stick it out and see where it leads me. I did a lot of research. I was typing Tiempo Legend 9 Elite reviews for weeks, just looking at the boots, seeing how they felt, seeing what people said about them. I felt like I became an expert on this specific type of boot. So another email came back and said, we apologize, yada, 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 yada. We understand if you want to cancel it, blah, 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 blah. I was like, nah, this is the colorway I want. I need this. Another 2 weeks go. It gets delayed again. And at this point, it's November time. I'm like, fuck this. Nah. And at this point, I had moved from Reading to Waterlooville at this point. And I was like, it's been so long. If these boots actually do turn off, they're probably going to turn up at my old address. So I said to them, hey, can you make sure that these don't get posted to the old address and the new address? At first, they said, no, we can't do that. Once it's been dispatched or once it's been put into the system, that's it. And then once I complained, that's when they were like, oh, sorry, we'll do that immediately and, change the address. I was like, these guys are moving mad at this point. Literally, the last cancellation, I was like, nah, I'm not having this. Cancelled it, said, give me back my money, bitch. That's what I said. No, I didn't, but you get what I mean. I said, give me back my money. And at this point, I had played a couple games in Waterlooville, and I saw a player wearing the exact same boots. I spoke to him like, yo, when did you get your boots? And he said, yo, man, I got him like straight away. And I was like, how is he getting his boots straight away? And I'm here waiting for months on end. And what I realized is It's because it's size 14, because of my size. This is the problem with having big feet. It's not as cracked up as it sounds, having big feet or being a tall person, because this is the stuff you have to deal with. I said to him, hey, when did you get them? He said, I got them like a week or two after or whatever. And I was like, right, I can't be out here rocking the same boots as my man, right? The same boots as my man, acting like I haven't been waiting for 2 months when he's been waiting for 2 weeks. He waited for 2 weeks. And at this point, the World Cup was around the corner. And I was like, why am I going to be here wearing last season's, moving like a bad bee, wearing last season's merchandise when there's a new season that's just dropped and the new colorway has come along with it? I'm like, nah, cancel it, get my new ones. And that brings us to today. Right here is what we've been waiting for. I know the community has been helping me decide what colorway and what shoes to get. This is the one I want. Right, we're gonna go. I've watched so many boot reviews, I feel like I can do my own at this point, so we're gonna try. Right, let me get this mic sorted. Hopefully you can hear me. So it just comes in a standard orange Nike case or Nike box. And just so you guys, size 14 UK. Size 14 UK. Just so you guys know I'm not lying. Okay, let's see what's inside this bad boy. These are the bad boys that I've been waiting for. These are the Nike Tiempo Legend 9s. I think they're called the Generation Pack. So this is their World Cup pack. They released an alternate, well, they released other versions of this pack with the Nike Mercurial Vapors. I got that out, Mercurial Vapors, and the Phantom GTs, I think. So the Tiempo ones are the ones that look slightly different. The other ones have like a copper theme to it, whereas this one has a purplish copper theme to it. And for the boot lovers out there would notice that this is not the elite version. This is the pro version. And the reasons for me picking the pro version instead of the elite is kind of like 3 words: cost of living crisis. That's it. And plus, the only main difference is the upper is not made out of this calf skin. It's made out of a premium kangaroo leather, which I've heard is a lot more plush to the touch, whereas this one is still good quality. Like, in my opinion, you're not even going to notice the difference once you're wearing them on your feet. And the other difference is the sole. This one's a lot, more plain white and purple sole plate with a, black rigid bar there, whereas the other one is more bejazzled with like a copper theme running through the heel, and then the forefoot is like black, and then there's a couple of little details infilled in the Nike tick, but he's gonna see that when you're running past him and scoring a goal anyway, so it doesn't matter in my opinion. But these are the ones that I got. So the main features of the boot are obviously the Tiempos are well known for their leather uppers, their premium leather uppers compared to all the other synthetic branded boots. Leather is what this boot signature specializes in, and Nike are really good with their technology because they've implemented a foam. Like these areas here are made out of, let me just get it to focus. Yeah, these areas of the leather are made out of, well, they've got like foam infills, which makes like striking a ball feel a bit padded, and when you have a first touch, it's got like a padded sensation. and then they've got like some dotted areas of the boot. That's supposed to add a bit of traction, but in my opinion, they don't really do too much of that. It's more of a cosmetic feel and look, really. And so you got the foam posits on the top, on the toe box area as well as the inside. So those are the main technological features. And when you go to the heel and the design, this is the signature branding for like a all-purpose weather. That means you can play it in hot conditions, wet conditions, even freezing conditions if you want to, and it wouldn't be a problem. And then you got the Nike swoosh on the heel, the Tiempo logo as well on the heel in copper, and then the big boy swoosh on the side with the Tiempo lettering at the heel and the big boy swoosh in the middle, and obviously perforated leather upper bit here for some breathability. Honestly, I've looked inside, it's not really doing much, but I guess it's a little nice touch. It's got like a central lacing system with a mesh tongue, because I know traditional leather boots used to have a leather tongue that was separated from the actual boot, but this one, there's like a mesh lining in there that wraps your foot, and then the laces just pull everything together. And then you got the insole, which is just, if I can get this out, it's a pink insole with the same all-purpose, all conditions logo, Nike tick, and it's just a regular foam insole. Nothing special. I'm pretty sure the elite version probably has something different, but it is what it is. And then the inside of the actual boot, it's got a leather lining, the same as the outsoles, so you get like a one-to-one sensation all around the boot. And then let's go to the back. You got like a standard Tiempo sole plate, nothing too special. Got bladed heel studs, conical studs in the forefoot to allow for like pivoting motions and stuff like that, and then like a chevron here and the blade here just for a little bit of grip when pushing off. So nothing special, but gets the job done in my opinion. And then the little detail that I found really interesting was these coordinates over here. I typed them into Google to find out if there's any relation to the World Cup, because I know on the other side they don't have the rights to the FIFA World Cup, but this is their little nod to the World Cup. Whereas those nautical directions, I typed them into Google, and I thought it was going to be like a Qatar stadium location for the finals or something, but it's just basically one of the Nike factory / labs in Oregon, Portland, or Portland, Oregon. So it's nothing too special. It's just a little bit of detail that they thought would be cute, I guess. So those are the features of my new boots that I'm going to be rinsing again. Unfortunately, I ordered another football to come with them to go with the World Cup theme they were on. It was on a discount for like 10% discount. Got it for like 25 instead of 30. That's not 10%, I know, but you get what I mean. I thought it was going to come together, but for some reason the boots came first, and then the ball is going to come, I don't know. Hopefully the ball doesn't get delayed because there's not enough stock of them. But unfortunately, I can't do a test run of them by going out to the football pitch and hitting some crossbars, doing some crossbar challenges, or doing some little dribbling drills. And even if I could do that, I'm not gonna lie, the weather in Waterlooville isn't very conducive for training. You can play a game on a Wednesday. It seems to never rain on a Wednesday for some reason, but stepping outside during the week, other than a Wednesday or even on a weekend, there's always some rain or some thunder happening, so it's not very attractive. We're gonna go to the on-feet portion so that you guys know what it looks like. Edison Midge here. So I thought I'd do a little trick for you guys. Execution was flawless. So when I tried these on, the first thing I thought was, these are hella comfortable. The leather just wraps around your foot, especially with that mesh tongue. When I was stepping in these shoes, I felt like I was going on a catwalk. I'm not gonna lie, they were that comfortable. Here's the side profile. These definitely look a lot better in person than on any pictures. I would definitely recommend going true to size. So those are my new boots, the Nike Tiempo Legend 9s, the Generation Pack, and size 14, the big man shoes. I can't wait to rock in these. Thank you guys for watching this unboxing video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Wait. Before you go, this Friday, Pree Da Podcast is back with a special guest all the way from Toronto, Canada. Sarah Lee is going to be on the show. I hope you guys tune in for that, because trust me, it's going to be a sick one. Take care.
I be kidding on my foes, even though I got it all